different chairs I can sit in up here.
Yeah, you got your choice.
Mine's in my car. Sorry, Bill.
Great.
Oh, you're
All right, we will call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for June 26, 2023 to order with roll call, please.
David?
here.
Bill?
Here.
Joyce? Here. Becky?
Here.
Ross?
Here.
Andy?
Here.
All's present?
All right, David, you want to lead us in prayer?
Lord, thank you for this beautiful day you provided for us, Lord. And Lord, be with our country tonight as we get ready to celebrate another year of this great nation of ours. And be with the council and our mayor and our safety department, our fire department, and our law enforcement. And touch them with your helping hand. And be with all the ones that are ill. Give them that helping hand. In Jesus' wonderful, wonderful name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty, I'd like to have a motion, please, to approve the minutes from a council meeting held on June 12th, 2023.
You have that motion?
I'll second.
Thank you, Joyce and David.
David?
Yep, roll call.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
Very good. Mayor's report, I really don't have anything this evening, other than it's just been a really nice Monday. I don't know if everybody else had a good Monday, but it seemed like a good Monday to me. So we'll go to President Pro Tem report. Mr. Drake.
Thank you. I will leave the Summer Jam roll-up to my colleague over here on my left, but I would like to offer my thanks and congratulations for an event really well done. So thanks to all the volunteers and everybody who came out. I would like to raise something for the community's thought a little bit. We have had 5 named weather events already this year, including a set of tornadoes in February. As Jack has mentioned earlier in the session tonight, we're potentially having another weather cell run through. If you are a parent and you have children that you leave here in Mount Sterling during the day, please make sure that they understand where to go in the event of a tornado. The siren is working perfectly well. People know that I have a thing for public safety, and I am concerned that if children are around, they know where to go and what to do, and there's a building that they can get to. So if anyone wants to know more about where you should go in the event of severe weather, you can go to severeweather.ohio.gov, and they will give you the complete rundown as to everything you need to know about that. But please just teach your kids that the siren is working. The siren's there for a purpose. In the middle of the day, if it is pitch black, please take shelter. Please do the right thing. So on that note, I'll reserve the rest of my comments for committee reports. So thank you very much.
About the tornado, that same tornado was supposed to come our way, ended up hitting southern Indiana.
Yeah.
74 homes were destroyed.
We need to make sure that people understand the severity of some of this stuff at this point. If we have a tornado in February, this is not a rounding error.
Yeah.
We got to understand what's going on. So thank you very much, Mayor, for the opportunity
Right.
to comment.
And do know that the doors are open to Village Hall. I mean, might not have an officer here, but I mean, if a kid gets stranded and it's like,
There's places actually all around the village, including the library, Village Hall, and community
Yes.
center. So please
Yes.
make sure your kids, if you leave them here, know where to go. Fire station, here, any place. Please
Right.
just make sure they know where to go. Preferably a concrete block building. Thank you.
yep, all right. No public comment from visitors, no executive session. Sheriff's report. Mr. Dill.
Well, I haven't got one for you tonight. I've been on vacation. But for the village workers, where do you go in town hall when there's a tornado warning?
In the bathroom.
In your bathroom?
In the bathroom in town?
no windows.
Okay.
Or the hallway, I would say.
Where else would you go?
Jail cell.
Exactly.
There we go. See, I know the plan.
Concrete. It's all concrete, no windows, steel door. So that'd probably be your best bet. You guys have the code to get in, so you can get in there. The only thing I do have tonight is the sheriff is asking whoever heads up the 4th of July parade if we can get a parade route to the duck crab as soon as possible. And that's all I have. Does anybody have any questions, concerns, or something we can look into?
I appreciate your patience working through all the issues associated with traffic around our events this year. So
That's my job.
I know, we got a lot to work through, so I appreciate it, we'll keep on going.
All right, thank you.
All right.
The traffic was,
It was much better,
it was much better, but
there's
I hate to say it, but people are not reading the signs and
Yeah.
still going the
Well, they're
opposite
reading them.
direction.
Yeah.
Choose to ignore them.
Yeah. Yeah. All
I
right.
had to get out of my car one time. I did it once. And
Did you get mad?
I did. I was pulling here and the semi was trying to reverse. And I had my kid in the car and we jumped out of the, out of the car and he was saying he was still going that way. And I said, no, you're not. You're not going that way.
Somebody told me they made the wrong turn at Albuquerque. I said, you're in the wrong area anyway.
The wrong cartoon. All right, Law Director, do you have anything from,
I
Lois
don't.
Bitter did make no
Okay.
sound lights.
Mr. Burns, Village Administrator Report? Mr. Byrne.
Was.
Mr. Byrne.
Thank you, Mayor Darlington, members of council. I got the water survey that I gave you last meeting, and I trust everybody got theirs. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mayor.
I turned mine in last week. I was told by Misty that I was the first council member to do so.
I'll drop mine off to you later.
And he got a cookie.
There you go.
Nah, just got an
Lucky
attaboy, that's
Beaver
about
Bench.
it.
There we go.
I appreciate you turning them in. Nobody's exempt here in the village. We all have to do this survey. EPA's on us. They want this done. So if you can, get those to me as soon as possible. Only other thing is, we'll be doing more pothole patching starting Wednesday morning. So keep an eye out if you're driving around and give the guys some room. And if there are any questions, or aren't any
If a
questions,
resident would like to report a pothole, what would they do?
tell them,
Call in town hall.
call the town hall, yeah. Chances are we already know about it.
Yep.
We get reminded daily.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And hopefully we'll get them all done here in the next couple trips we have out here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Zoning, what do we have, Miss Christie?
Okay, so we have a couple things, and our year-to-date numbers, so for residential, we've issued 32 permits year-to-date with 4 new dwellings, 3 commercial permits. We've done 11 zoning permits and 1 variance for the year. We're also currently registering contractor registration, so the word is out on that. That's doing really good, and hopefully, excuse me, before too long, I can get you a report from the new software. The other exciting thing that we're doing is we have our public portal. It went up last week. So, and contractors around here are already picking up on it really fast.
That's awesome.
So we're really excited about that. And then we just have several violations, that we're dealing with. One I need to get with you on.
Exactly.
So, other than that, that's all I have.
Okay.
It's a good report.
Do we have any questions?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
If anybody has a question for fencing, a shed,
Pools.
so what she's
Pools,
referring to
yeah.
is there's a few, violations that we're seeing, is to please reach out to their office. So, if you guys need the phone number, you can call in to me, you can message me, email me, but and there's information out there in the lobby, forms and zoning forms and things like that, but if you guys have any questions, don't do anything until you confirm and call to make sure that it can happen.
And I'm not sure with your website, if there isn't some way to put something maybe.
Yep, we already got it on
If we
there.
wanna do a link to our portal on your site too, maybe, that might help.
Okay, fiscal officer.
Okay, I don't have anything, not from what I reported, last meeting, but the only thing that I do have is that those loan payments, one of them has already come out, so, the next one will come out on the 28th of this month. So, your reports will be a little different when you see them next council meeting or the next finance meeting. So I don't have any questions. I know council didn't have any questions. I didn't have any concerns. So, if I may ask, an approval for the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund, and the reader report.
I'll give you that.
For a second?
I'll second.
Andy, Bill?
Mm-hmm. Roll call?
Okay, Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes, sorry.
Ross? Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Okay, I have 2 documents. If I could capture your signatures, that'd be great. That's it.
All right.
That's all I got.
Committee reports, Andy Finance.
I don't have anything to update other than to reflect that every time we make a loan payment, you know, obviously the balance goes down, but boy, does it sting a little bit. So if anyone wants any more information about the loans we have outstanding, you can talk to Court, you can talk to me, you can talk to the mayor. We'll give you the very sober rundown of what that looks like.
And
Thanks
when's your
very
next
much.
meeting?
And our next meeting will be July 12th at 2:30 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Pleasant Township, David.
I don't have no meeting until July.
Okay. Squad, Joyce.
I have had a meeting. A lot of stuff going on down at the Squad Bay. Just to kind of recap, paid the bills. We did go into an executive session to listen about some insurance presentation, some HR assistance presentations. We interviewed a young man, Sean Helzer, I believe is his name. We did vote to make him an offer, which was extended and accepted. So we have him starting. We have two that have resigned, and they hired another part-time. We are having a meeting on Wednesday night as well that's open to the public to discuss and vote on the insurance for the staff. And that is all I have.
Okay, thank you. Fire, Ross.
I don't have anything. Our next meeting is the 29th of June at 8 o'clock.
Water, wastewater, Joyce.
I don't have an update right now for water, wastewater, other than the fact that we did meet. We have a lot of things that we're going through, nothing that I'm going to report on tonight, but we will be meeting again later this week.
Street, Becky.
You don't know when this week? No
It's
date yet?
Wednesday, isn't it?
I haven't confirmed that with everybody.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We'll get an
Street,
email.
sorry, street, we don't have a lot since the last meeting. Our next meeting will be July the 10th at 6 o'clock. As Tom mentioned, the guys are gonna get started on potholes Wednesday, so that's always good news. I do wanna commend at this point, Joe, George, Jeff, and Tom all for their hard work. And we had a special meeting with ODOT and the Sheriff's Department prior to Summer Jam. And I'm telling you, ODOT gave us a lot of extra signs this year. They were out at the freeway. They were at the ends of town. It saved us a lot. The sheriff, I saw Jack out there several times trying to keep the traffic going the right way. Couldn't be there all the time, but we did have extra eyes on it. And I really feel like this year was a really big step in the right direction as far as the streets and the traffic went
We
for.
had them actually on the freeway, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we were coming,
Yeah.
like, oh, that's us.
Yeah. So yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So every year we try to make it a little easier, and this year I think just going that extra step with ODOT and the Sheriff's Department helped some more. And again, thank you to the guys for setting up those barriers and bringing all the picnic tables and extra trash cans down and taking them. I know Tom was out here on Father's Day with some of us waiting for the carnival to pull out. They were a couple hours late, and but the second they were gone, we got those streets opened right up, and all was well. So that's all I have.
Okay. Parks and Rec, also Becky.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a little
Yeah,
more on
right
that.
back to back there.
So, in regards to Summer Jam, again, the Parks and Rec Department, well, I just want to thank, everyone. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for pairing with the village to put on this great event, and all the volunteers from the businesses that stepped up and sponsored events and stepped up and just volunteered their time. I want to talk about Summer Jam, our Parks and Rec booth. It was really exciting this year. First off, I want to thank the Parks and Rec Committee. Bill Tilley, unfortunately wasn't able to be there, but he made us some amazing cornhole boards. They had big fish on them with the big open mouth for the hole. They were really awesome. The kids really enjoyed it, and we were really grateful. He's very talented, and we really appreciate that. And then Misty, our Misty, spent couple hours helping set up an adorable booth. She's very creative, and she helped get that booth set up. And then I had Courtney, Jeff, and Peyton helped work the booth, and we were bombarded. Next year, we definitely need about 10 volunteers instead of 3. And we had over 120 kids visit the booth in the 2 hours we were open, and several adults. I'm telling you, the kayaks were a huge hit. The life jackets were a huge hit. We gave away tents and fishing nets, and everybody got something. And little Swedish fish, and of course the kayaks and the vest. And then I also want to thank Marcy, who quite a while back applied for a grant that secured us some money to put on that really nice booth at Summer Jam. And then there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. I just want to thank Barbie Wallace. She did a ton of work organizing things. Her and Todd were 2 others that were out there on Father's Day for a couple hours, and we were picking up cigarette butts and busted little balloons. They had a water balloon toss out on the street, and that might get nixed next year because there was about 1 million little tiny balloon pieces, but it was a lot of fun for the kids. And Jeff, who came out twice a day and emptied all the trash. And again, all the local businesses for their sponsorships. The American Legion for raising the flag. I know Dave came out one morning. I want to thank him, and helped pick up trash Saturday morning with us for a little while. The Methodist Church, of course, had their waffle booth, and I believe they had a really good fundraiser for their church through that. The Nazarene Church provided a cooling station the whole time. They had free water and stuff for people. It was really nice. The Masonic Lodge, again, had a food booth, and they were able to raise some good funds. So, and you know, we had a lot of vendors, and so it was just a really, really great event. I'll probably think of more later to say, but Parks and Rec, you know, I couldn't be happier with the turnout for that. And then just Saturday night, we just had a movie night. We showed a League of Super Pets out at the park, and we had a great turnout again. Bill, Jeff, and Rob Longcoy, a former council member, and even Becky Brown came and helped set up that and help tear it down. The Youth League ran concessions. Mount Sterling Car Wash provided masks. I don't know if any of you saw the Facebook post, but the kids loved the masks. They all had superhero masks. Dave gave a donation of some Matchbox cars and little figurines that we gave away for prizes, and we appreciate that. And then, of course, we can always count on our library for getting us that movie in that we need. And just thank you to everyone who attended. It was a great turnout. The next movie is kind of a throwback movie. It was funny, you were just talking about your Sasquatch. Next movie is Saturday, July 29th, and we're showing Harry and the Hendersons. So that's going to be a lot of, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I have an inside scoop that we're going to have a personal visit from the big guy himself. Will be there. So that's going to be exciting. But just a couple of things on the upcoming schedule. The movie night, of course, for July, and there's one the last Saturday of August. And we have our Special Olympics softball tournament, Saturday, August the 12th at the park. And that's always a really good event. So I encourage everyone, I'll mention it again, to come out. One thing, Parks and Rec is right now finalizing plans for these playgrounds to spend our grant money. And I talked to Marcy a little bit about it today, and we're going to get with Courtney in the next couple of days to get all the paperwork done. And we'll be coming to council soon for some money. just to loan us until the grants come through. So that's super exciting, and good news on the scheduling of it. It might only be 6 to 8 weeks out from the time we actually place the order. So that's a lot better news than we had been told before. So, yeah, I think I said enough. Our next meeting for Parks and Rec will be July the 10th at 5 o'clock.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks for your hard work on
Oh, you're
on these
welcome.
two events.
You're most welcome.
Record of retention, Andy.
Can I ask for a
Oh,
motion?
oh, yes, I'm sorry. Skipped right over that.
That's okay. It's a motion to approve. While we had Summer Jam, there was a little donation box that I think you had started.
The jar, yeah.
The jar for any, donations anybody that was passing through would have liked to have put into that jar. There was a total of $35.26. That was accepted, and this was during the Summer Jam event. So a motion to approve the donations given during the Summer Jam event totaling $35.26 to be accepted to the Parks and Recreations Fund for the revenues and expenditures to that.
Have that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
David, Bill?
Yep. Roll
Okay.
call.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes?
David?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now records of retention, Andy.
Yes, well, we don't have anything nearly as exciting to report as Summer Jam or movies in the park because we sort records. I know, that's really exciting, right? So.
And not the kind you listen to.
And not the kind that you listen to, the kind that you need to, shred eventually is sort of what it is. So we have not met since our last meeting, but we will be meeting on July the 14th at 8 a.m. Be there, be square, come help us shred and help sort records. It's always a good time.
All
Thanks so
right.
much.
Nuisance and abatement, Joyce.
Thank you. We have met, and we have noticed an uptick in violations, which Courtney and I have been working on. We followed up on some tags, delivered some tags this week, today. Yes, good to hear. And we will follow up on those 48 hours, which will be Wednesday. So we'll be following up on some more. Going to be working with Christy as well on a couple of issues. And our next meeting is July 24th at 5 o'clock.
Safety block watch, Bill.
I have nothing new to report. I haven't had another meeting. Next meeting will be July 11th at 6 p.m.
All righty. Planning, Andy.
Also, nothing to report. We haven't had a meeting. Nothing to discuss at our meeting, which was going to be on the 27th. So we're going to go ahead and punt to next time. The next planning meeting will be the scheduled planning meeting, that is, will be July 25th at 6 p.m. if it's needed.
Okay. Zoning, Becky.
I have nothing at this time. No meetings scheduled.
All right. And tree beautification, Becky.
Our next meeting will be July 13th at 1 o'clock. Everything is the same, I believe, right now. So, nothing new.
Okay. We have no ordinances or resolutions, so that takes us to roundtable.
I want to bring up about July 4th. The country will be 247 years old and don't look like a day over 35, but the point of it is, I see by 250 years old, I could see the village of Mount Sterling have our shiny new water tower. We're growing in population, we've got more people coming with new houses. As Becky stated, I think we're going to have more businesses, and I think the park will have my bicycle path by then, I hope. But I think that we're going to see a lot of things happen in this, by the time we're turning 50 years old, and it's so good that the community is starting to grow and stuff, and I just see a lot of good things coming up for the future of the village
Good.
in this time.
Anyone else?
I just want to say, in regards to July 4th parade, I'll make sure I get in touch with Doug. I believe it's the same path we have before, but we'll get something sent to him. But if anyone wants to be in the parade, I had someone text me today about it. lineup is between 9 and 9:30 over at the community center. The parade will actually take off at 10 a.m. And the Youth League will be selling, I believe, hot dogs downtown and maybe some other things.
You forgot the lineup at the community center, right?
Lineup is at the community center. And the parade will go, I don't know.
Down its
It was
path.
in the
So the Madison
messenger. It was in that.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Okay.
Do you have to be pre-registered, or can you just go over and
Nope,
get
you
in
can
line?
show up that day and get in line. He just wants as many as possible, so he kind of has a feel. And I know Madison Plains, I just spoke to the band director today, will have a representation there for their band, so that's good.
Very good.
But that's all I have on the July 4th.
Well, I remember last year though, because I'm with the color guard with the Legion, and we stood at attention for the national anthem and everybody standing still. That brought goosebumps. I was standing there and I got thinking about all these people here and these parades has become such a great thing. Next to the Christmas parade, but 4th of July has always been my favorite time. But it was such a great time we have in that parade.
Very good. Anyone else this evening? All right, well, we will adjourn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, then we have an extra one. David, did you get one?
Yeah, yes, I have.
That was an extra sign here today.
He's way here.
Excuse me, David.
There you go. I will see you.
Hello.